Hi, what do we have on board tonight? What do we have on board tonight? Good evening, good evening, good evening. What do we have on board tonight? Good evening, wherever it is you are joining from. Good evening. Can you please tell us your name and where you are connected from as well? Can you tell us your name and where you are connected from? Would love to meet you. Good evening, good evening. I'm trying to post so everyone can get the link and can also post on their status. We are live for the grand finale. It's going to be an amazing session. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning, right? And I know that tonight is going to be an amazing session, actually. So let's know where you're connected from. Where are you connected from tonight? Let's in the comment section. Where are you connected from tonight? Hi, hi. Okay, is it just me? But I don't see the comments. Jerry, the ever consistent Jerry, you are here tonight. Nice to have you on board. Thank you for coming up. Jerry from Delta State. Yesterday, I mentioned that we have gone global. We have gone intercontinental, interstate. Because someone from Delta is joining in. Thank you for being here once again. Good evening. Please, the link has been posted. Kindly share on your status, share with your friends. Do not miss the grand finale of the Live Beyond School Conference. It promises to be amazing. Promises to be amazing, amazing, amazing. And before I bring up the first speaker for tonight, I just want to make sure that people have gotten the link and everyone is notified that we are live, we are on, the session has started. So please, if you've shared the link, can you just say shared or done? Can you just say shared or done if you've shared the link? Just say shared or done. Please, let's post the links so everyone can be aware that we are live. And before I bring the speaker, I can see Nurse Badakin looking up pretty at the background already. And before I bring her up, so you all can see her pretty face. Now that pretty face is coming with fire tonight. She's coming with a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. So tonight you won't just be seeing a pretty black face or dark face, because I call her Black Beauty. You'll be seeing an intelligent woman speaking. She's so much interested in mental health, and I see a passion for wanting everyone to be okay. Like, can you just be okay? Just take life one at a time. It's always be fine. And tonight we are bringing her up to discuss mental health and well-being. And I believe that every young adult need that topic at this phase, because if you want to agree with me, different things are going on. When I mean different things, I don't mean relationship kind of different things. So, some people, not their own major problem is just relationship. There are bigger things that happen than that. So tonight we'll be discussing about mental health, and I think we are ready to bring her up. Let me read her profile real quick. Before I bring her up, let me read her profile real quick, because we need to honor those whom honor is due. All right, let me also add her profile to stage so everyone can see her profile before I bring her up. All right, our profile is up on stage. Okay, Badakin Rhoda Mutsunrayo is a fresh Christian graduate from the prestigious University of Ilorin. She is a registered nurse, a registered midwife, and a registered public health nurse. Her interests are in public speaking, public health education, and awareness with health care to the grassroots. With this same passion, she started her own team of nurses late 2019 called Team Favorite Nurse. You can look that out on Instagram, Team Favorite Nurse, with the sole aim of reaching a larger audience and impacting their health choices. This team has partnered with several non-governmental organizations such as Sanitary Aid, female however female around the world among female around the world, amongst many other things as well. She has also been able to help people make healthier choices. Rhoda and her team has reached more than 10 communities in Kwara State with the good news of preventive care and early intervention. She has a thriving YouTube platform called Nosmoson, where she educates people on health and wellness. Together with her team members, they host monthly webinars to address major health concerns and meet the needs of the public. Ladies and gentlemen, join me, welcome me as I bring on stage tonight Nurse Badakin Rhoda for an amazing session on mental health and well-being. Ensure you bring out your pen and paper and you are taking notes, because when you join sessions like this, you don't just listen, you take notes, so you can go back, revisit, revise till till you get the full knowledge from what we discussed tonight. Are you ready, Nurse Badakin? I can see you at the background. All right, over to you. Thank you so much. You are now on stage.
Ready. Can you hear me? Good evening, everybody. Can I be heard? Okay, I guess I can be heard. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Nosemi Omoleyin, for having me on this wonderful platform. I want to say thank you once again, and to our beautiful viewers at home. I am so pleased to be here tonight. And tonight, just as she has said, I am Badakin Rhoda Motsurayo. I am a public health nurse. I have no interest in public health. And as she has said, a little on mental health. So they will be talking about mental health and your overall well-being. Before we start, I want us to understand that just like you have your normal physical health, you also have your mental health. Do you understand? So anyone can fall sick physically, anyone can fall sick mentally. So mental health, whenever we're talking about mental health, don't just roll your eyes and be, oh, it's for people that are roaming the streets. No, mental health start with anxiety, not being able to cope with stress, not being able to meet up socially and every other in every other part of our lives. So I will be sharing my slides to help us. Wow, okay, can we see my slide? So, okay, let's start. So what is your mental health? Because we the Gen Zs, any small thing will say, oh, it's affecting my mental health. I'm not feeling it. My mental health is at stake. Are you just saying mental health, or do you really even know what mental health is all about? According to the WHO, mental health is well-being, a mental well-being mentally, when someone is able to know his or her abilities or capabilities and cope with normal stresses of life. So when you're not coping well with normal stresses of life, the health continuum of your mental health is already going down. So when an individual can pinpoint his ability and say, oh, this is what I can do, this is my capacity, I know my limits, I know this is what I can do, and that person can cope with normal stresses of life. Oh, I have to meet up with work, I have to go to school, I have to go to church, I have to take care of my children, and just as I've said, the normal stresses of life. And that person can also work productively, not just work anyhow. You can work productively in our normal system, and that person can make contribution to his or her society. As social beings, we are not just to live, we are to make meaningful impact to our society. So just as I've said, mental health is encompasses your emotional, psychological, and social being. So it is about your emotions, your psychology, and your social interaction, which affects the way you think, which affects the way you feel, which affects the way you behave. So when you see someone thinking in a way that is not normal, or you see someone feeling in a way that should not be, then it will definitely affect the way the person behaves. So you are saying that these are key aspects of mental health: the way we think, the way we feel, the way we behave. And it is normal. Don't say, they are saying continuum and every other thing. It is just for us to really understand the signs, the triggers, and every other thing. Mental health is not hard. It's just like your physical health. And there's always signs and symptoms. Before you start snapping out, before you start becoming irritable, there will be like signs for us to see. There will be symptoms for us to see that, oh, my mental health battery is already going on a 0%. So that is it. So don't worry, I'll ask you questions. I know you're a smart student. So major life transitions. The theme of this conference is all about life beyond school. I know that some of these people saying me, or you just finished school, or you are still in school, you are still navigating the word system, you don't even know how to go about it. You are just on this planet Earth. So this conference is so wonderful, and I appreciate Nosolu Akemi for that. So mental health, as I already said, is a very important aspect of our life. Just as we have physical health, mental health is also very, very, very important. So how are we going to now navigate life beyond school or life in school? Some of my slides involve like life in school because it's also part of who we are. So life in school, beyond school also. So what are the major life transitions? In my other slide, you'll see that transition is a part of who we are. Just like a butterfly, we see larva, pupa, then before it becomes an adult, there are stages in this life. So major life transitions, it is part of the process. Don't say, hey, what is this? I don't think I can cope. From the definition we have from the WHO, being able to recognize your abilities and capabilities, then knowing how to manage stresses of daily life. What are these major life transitions? Number one is employment. Oh, I just finished school. How am I going to get employed? Who's going to employ me? Do they have enough openings? Then we have graduation, people that are in school. Oh, I'm going to graduate, final year activities, this, that, a lot of things. Then we also have marriage. As people get older, they tend to be scared or worried about their life partners. Oh, who am I going to marry? I'm unsure. And thank God we have the Holy Spirit, right, to guide us on to the person that we are to marry. But most times we still have this anxiety deep-seated in us that, oh, am I going to make it? Am I going to have beautiful family? Am I going to have God-fearing husband? Am I going to have a husband that is 6 feet tall, that and handsome, a BTD, TDH? So all that is part of major life transition. I'm someone that is of marriageable age. You will know what I'm trying to say. All of your friends, colleagues are in a relationship or the other, and you are there, you're still thinking, you're still saying, hey, there's nobody. So all these things would definitely affect your mental health. Another thing is business. Don't let me lie give you. Having a business in Nigeria is one of the most tasking, draining thing that you can ever think of in Nigeria or in any part of the world, because you have to calculate stock, you have to calculate goods, you have to calculate this, you have to calculate a lot of that. I have to monitor my sales, I have to monitor my my income, the money I'm spending on this business. Oh, this person is already calling me for delivery. How am I going to do it? Oh, the delivery man just disappointed. A whole lot of things. So major life transitions. You were once a student, you were once a normal, I'm just going to school, and then you're already having enough in your plate. So this major life transition definitely affect who we are, affect our mental health. Now, what are the common challenges that we have when we are transitioning? As I've said, transitioning is part of living. It's part of who we are. Yes, you cannot remain at a stage because that's not what God created you to be. God has created you to come into your full potential. Imagine God wanting you to be a butterfly, and you're still at the point of a larva, and you say, oh, I'm already content with where I am. No, unknown to you that there is a beautiful you that is about to emerge, that beautiful wings that will fly and will pollinate the whole world. So you don't have to stay in point. It is not even part of God's plan. It is not part of normal living that you should remain at a particular point. So common challenges in life: transitioning. Transitioning is part of living. It's part of living. And my next slide says, what are the common challenges? Hope you are jotting. Number one is to be self-aware. Can someone type in the chat box? Be self-aware. Be self-aware. Say, I am self-aware. If you're online, say, I am self-aware. Yes, I am self-aware. I am self-aware. So what is being self-aware? If I say, oh, Rhoda is self-aware, Kemi is self-aware, Covenant is self-aware, Nosogugwero, Nos Florence, they are self-aware, Chiamaka, Precious, they are self-aware. What does it mean? Being self-aware is to know yourself, to know your triggers, to know who you are, to know what you can take, to know your abilities. We mentioned in WHO's definition, to know who you are, to know what you can do, to know what you can take. You know yourself. You are not me, I am not you. So when someone says, oh, I can finish 4 wraps of fufu, you already know yourself. Don't try. You are just going to eat only one, or else you will puke. So know yourself, know your limits, know what you can do, know what you're made of. All of us were made of steel, Abby, are made of iron. I know, right? But know to an extent, know that this is the extent that my own iron can bend. This is my limits. This is what I can do. This is what I cannot do. Be self-aware. These are the things that will caution the old mental buaha. Abby. So part of being self-aware is to recognize early warning signs. What are these early warning signs? Stress, anxiety, or low mood, withdrawal from activities. Saying these things and reading this is speaking to me, because sometimes I would just want to shut down. I don't want to be with anybody. I just want to be on my own. Any other person seeing me will be like, oh, this person is not okay. But I'm starting to see my triggers. Maybe I had a long day at work. Maybe I had a long day at work and I was not happy. Maybe I had a patient that did not have a great prognosis. Then I am bothered, or I am affected in a way. So part of these triggers, stress. When you're stressed, when you're anxious, oh, what is tomorrow going to be like? I don't even know how I'm going to do it. Low mood, those things that you normally have pleasure in, those things that you normally like, how will I put it now? You are usually excited about, oh, let's go to church, let's go and meet people. Let's go and meet people. Let's go for hangout. Let's go for picnic. Then people come to your room and be like, oh, Kemi, let's go. And you'll be like, oh, I cannot, because I know myself. I am self-aware that I'm already having these trigger signs and I can have a mental breakdown. So I don't want to go anywhere. Just leave me be. So know your limits, know your stress source, know what makes you anxious, and know when those things come, so that we'll be able to prevent mental breakdown. That is what we are trying to prevent. And another thing is coping mechanism and self-care. Let me tell you, the greatest form of love that you can give to yourself is to love yourself and to care for yourself. My dear, dress up. Those things that you like to do, if it is to make up, even though we are not going anywhere. See me now, I'm not going anywhere. It's not Kemi that invited me. Yes, yet I find joy in doing things like this, in speaking, in dressing up, in going to church. So know those things. They're a form of self-care. Self-care is not to carry yourself to Kilimanjaro. You have Kilimanjaro here where I stay, or we go to Pizza Hut, or you go to have fun. It can be in the little things. Be self-aware of yourself. Do you understand now? So I know your Kemi likes to speak. I also like to speak. So those things that give you joy is self-care. If it is bathing, if it is sleeping, if it is listening to music, if it is to reach out to other people, be self-aware, know yourself. Because if I do that thing and you're my friend and you think doing that thing will also make you happy, you are wrong, because we are different individuals. We have different DNA. The Lord has built us differently. God created us differently. So know what works for you. When I was an undergraduate, I do not do night classes. I once did when I was in 100 to 100 level, but I saw that it did not work for me. Anything above 12 a.m., my dear, I slept. I don't want to know. My body, I would want to read, but my body is shutting down. So know yourself. I found out that I can read better during the day. I do better things during the day. So I focus all my energy in reading and doing school stuff during the day. So know yourself. So if your girls are going to parties, and know your own. Is it that I like to sleep? When I sleep, I relieve myself of the stress. When I take my bath, or when I study, or I read up new things, I feel better. That is self-care. So that is coping mechanism. Let me not lie to you. Stresses will come in this life. It's part of who we are. It's part of who we are. stresses will come because you just have to go to work. And at work, you see someone that will talk down at you. At work, you work with a colleague that is not that efficient or does not want to work with you. Or at work, you see a boss that would just shut you down or just have this roller coaster of emotions. So they are stressors, but it is you that will build your mental health. You build yourself towards knowing that you are like an iron man, iron lady, such that you know that these things are who people are. You cannot change them. They're part of the things that you cannot change. So it is just for you to recognize those things and work on them. So coping mechanism, just as I've said, physical well-being, sleep, nutrition, and exercise. My dear, one of the greatest gifts that God has given to us is sleep, that we can reboot after 10 hours of working. Even system, they shut down. Yes, when they are low, they shut down. When your phone is low, it will shut down. You have to recharge by sleeping. And don't say I don't like sleeping. It is a way of sleep. It is a way of booting you up. It is a way of making you ready for the next day, for the next activities. When you sleep, all these neurotransmitters are released into the bloodstream. You wake up feeling much more better. Do you understand now? So how you cope with daily stresses, physical well-being, sleep, nutrition, and exercise. Eat well, and eat balanced diet. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been saying this. The best form of self-care, another one I've been saying best, right? But one of the another best form of self-care is to eat well. For me, like this, I cannot eat plenty food. Right? If you say, let me eat pounded yam 4 wraps, it's not me and you. But give me 1 or 2 wraps, then I can give me 2 chicken laps and plenty proteins. So eating well, eating good is part of self-care. Eat well. I just said that for myself. But if you know you can eat well, and do not overly eat. Do you understand? People say, no, smoking, but I can say we should eat well. Then you start to eat overly. It is not good for your system. Eat just as you need. Don't eat because there is war or anything. There's nothing like that. Don't prepare for the future. What if I don't get to eat lunch? Eat as you need. Do you understand me now? To prevent malnourished. Malnourishment. Now, Skemi is this wonders in the comment session. To prevent us looking malnourished. We don't want to look malnourished, right? So, and exercise. I'm not saying you should exercise every day. Yes, I'm not saying you should exercise every day because sometimes it might be impossible. But going to work is a form of exercise. If you are to take a bike sometimes, come down from the bike or just say, I want to trek. Let me just trek for this 10-15 minutes. Even running around the staircase in your office is exercise. Do you understand now? So learn to live a healthy life, not a sedentary life. Oh, please help me to carry that more. Help me to carry that jog. Help me to be active. It's part of what can help you to cope with stressors of life. And if it is that you can register in a gym, go there where you can also meet other people. So another, still under being self-aware, sorry I'm taking much time, but I want us to really understand, is understanding triggers. I've already mentioned it's part of the recognizing early signs on understanding your triggers. If it is memory, some of us, we have PTSD, that's post-traumatic stress disorders, that maybe somebody slapped you when you were young. So when you see the image of or clothes where the clothes that person wore that time, or you saw someone that looks like that person, or it was a man, you don't want to have anything to do with men or something like that. Memories, they trigger you. Understand it. When you see such signs, leave that place. Leave that. We don't want mental breakdown. We said that mental health is as important as physical health, right? Yes. So words, there are ways that people speak to us. There are some friends that we have that will just talk you down, that will just say, I have beautiful friends, by the way. They will encourage you. They would say, oh, you can do it. This is what you're supposed to do. Just as all my friends, Naskeli, Naskoman, I shout out to all of you. You are doing an amazing job. So words, they have a part in making us become who we are. Do you understand now? So when you hear that people are speaking in a way, leave that place. Do you understand now? And also events, life events. Another thing in knowing how to manage challenges in transitioning is emotional regulations. We have emotions. We are emotional beings. Don't say, "Ah, I'm like iron, I'm tomboy." No, nobody was ever built that way. Even in that state of yourself, don't let us mince word. You still have emotions. Do you understand now? So how are we going to because these emotions make us who we are. When we are hungry, we are sad, when we are happy, it is part of emotions. So I know that we have experienced some of these emotions, right? So how can we regulate our emotions? Emotions, they are like is like a what's it called, thermometer. Now it can go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go. So when it's going up, going out, down is not too good. So we want to maintain a continuum, want to maintain stability. So how can you regulate your emotions? Practice mindfulness. Be mindful of what you allow into your system. If it is that, oh, I don't watch such movies, it's being mindful, because it will form systems in your mind, form systems in your head, form systems in who you are, and you will not later like it. So practice mindfulness. Journaling. For me, I don't really journal much, but we have people that they pour out the whole essence, like their whole life. You see, their journal is very big with full of things that they've experienced, how they felt, how people made them feel, or how things have been going in their life. So journal to people are like second bestie. That place that you feel safe. Some people are not safe with people, like other people. It's fine. It is that if it is journaling that will make you feel relieved, relaxed, that will release endorphins, that will release all these happy hormones, do it. Don't let anybody stop you. You are you. Do you understand? Say, I am me, and no one can stop me because I am unstoppable. And also, deep breathing exercise. There's some things that it will happen on the spur of the moment. You cannot even carry your journal. You cannot even control it. Practice deep breathing exercise. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Spice yourself up. Jazz yourself up. Do you understand? There's some days I look at myself and also, oh, you look so beautiful. Do you understand? Make yourself feel loved. Don't wait for other people to love you. Love yourself first. Do you understand now? So as part of journaling, just as I've said, write everything down. Don't say, this is, I don't want to. Yes, it's like that personal, my personal person, and that nothing can come in between us. That is what journaling is. Pouring your whole heart out. So practice deep breathing exercise. You can do it. So in a case that you cannot practice mindfulness, you have bosses, you have colleagues, that things that you cannot control in the spur of moment. Practice deep breathing exercise. Breathe in and out. Encourage yourself and say you can do it. You are meant for this. So don't say, hey, I'll run away. I cannot do it. Oh, my head. Do you understand? So another thing is creative expressions. Creative expressions. God has created us to be creative. Yes. Your own might be cooking, your own might be sewing, your own can be singing, your own can be writing poems. Whatever it is that you have in your heart, explore them. Do you understand now? It's part of regulating your emotions. Do you understand now? You don't want to have much to do with people. So I just pour myself out in my creative person. So number 3, moving on. I hope we are learning one or two things. Number 3 thing, which is very important, is prioritization. And someone once asked, one of my mentors that what is balance or what is prioritization? Like, can I really prioritize? That's a question to us too. Can you really prioritize? Yes. By Ibuku Awosika, somebody was asking her that, can you really balance? How can you balance? And she said that this life is like balls. What do I mean by balls? We have balls that are made of metal. Some are made of plastic, and some are made up of ceramic, so that when these balls fall down, you cannot pick them again. There are some that when they fall, you can still pick them. So that is it. Know when to prioritize. Know that if this ball should drop, it is gone. Know that. Know the ones that when it drops, it can bounce back, you can pick it. Those are the plastic ones. Though, so I'm trying to tell us now to know how to balance, to prioritize. No one can balance things up for you because it is your life. We can just give you steps, we can just give you keys to balance into prioritization, but no one can do it for you. You know what is more important than the other. So as you can see on my screen, I have prioritization, and this is just like a visual representation, just like, do you understand now? So 50% can be balancing academics, work, and leisure. For some other people, it's just visual representation. Don't follow this 50, 25, 15 because they're not the same. Me, I am a staff in a government parastatal, in a governmental system. You might be a student or soon to be graduate, so you know how to balance. This is just like a visual representation. So balance academics. This is when I will read. Just like I've said, if it is night class, go. If it is morning class, go. Balance work and leisure. A clinical without no play makes Jack a dull boy, right? So have leisure time. If it is that you speak with your friends, you call them, you dance, you sing, you go out, that is leisure. So know how to balance that thing. We are social beings. We cannot do without socializing. We cannot do without mixing with people. So don't isolate yourself. Don't ostracize yourself. Meet with people. Relate with people and balance it with your work, with your academics. Leisure should not be 50%. While work would be 10%. That is not prioritization. Such ball, when it breaks down, it will what? It's like ceramic. That one would break, because imagine you are to resume at work by 8 and you are going by 10 because you slept late. You're at the brim of losing your job. So that is not a good prioritization. Prioritize. So to relieve yourself of stress, because if you prioritize and you come early to work, the boss will not be chasing after you, or you will not be thinking that, what if the boss sees me? Hey, I'm already late, which is also what coming together to become stressors, so of which we are trying to avoid. And that thing is set boundaries. No is self-care. I tell people no is self-care. I tell people, and I'm telling myself, because sometimes I do too much. I'll be like, and I don't want to say no to people until I started reading books that no, that made mention of no is self-care. No is self-care. And I'm not saying say no to people that are important, or that, do you understand what I'm trying to say? Or someone just walked up to you, has not planned with you before, and just say, oh, can we go out tomorrow? I already have tomorrow for my sleep time. I already have tomorrow with, like, movie date with myself. So just say, oh, I would like to come, but you didn't tell me beforehand. So I look forward to having it with you another time. No, self-care is you caring for yourself, and don't feel bad about it, because if you come down uh, with stress, with anxiety, with things that you don't want to come down with, those people will not be there. It will be you. Do you understand now? Just as you protect yourself by spraying mosquito repellent, by clearing your drainage system, and many others, do that for your mental health too. Because I said mental health is also like physical health. Learn to say no. Put boundaries. This is where I can allow people to go. Even to the best of friends, there are still limits to what you can do. Imagine your best friend or your friend is saying that, let us go out for a day or a 2 day that you've budgeted or you've planned for a personal retreat with God. What are you going to say? My friend, I'm sorry, I have to. In a way, you're saying no. And it is not as if you don't want to follow that person, but it's prioritization. Do you understand now? I've made mention of life is like balls. Situations are like balls. There are some balls that are ceramic, some are plastic, some are wooden, some are. Do you understand now? So set boundaries. Another one in prioritization, building and maintaining connections. You cannot do life alone. See, Noskemi, she invited me to a conference. She should be expecting such from me also. And she has invited Nos Are and wonderful speakers. It shows how connected she is. She shows how well she can build connections. As we are social beings, just as I've said, you cannot do life alone. So know who you build connections with. In as much as we are saying build connections, make the most out of relationships that you are in. Don't go and plug yourself into a wrong plug. Have you ever plugged a wrong socket into a wrong plug or something? You see that it sparks, it blows, it's catastrophe occurred. So know who you plug in onto. Do you understand now? So as you can say, we cannot do life alone. Know who you do life with. People that will spur you up, people that will help you grow, people that will help you to become better versions of yourself. And if I can tell you, if you've been friends with people for 1-2 years and you cannot pinpoint one or two things as, oh, this is what I can now do as a result of being friends with Nurse Kemi, Nurse Are, Nurse Ozana, that's not friendship. That's not friendship. And part of prioritization is reinventing yourself. Reinventing yourself. What is reinventing yourself? Just like inventing, is like creating yourself anew. Do you understand now? Do not limit yourself such that you bring in new things to yourself. Before, you were only doing one thing. Put one or two things together. Become something prepackaged, something beautiful. I already told us that we are like butterflies. We have several transitions. We have several journeys ahead of us. So we cannot there remain at a particular point. The world needs us, but not at this cruel state of us. The world needs us, but not at this particular state that we are in. The world needs someone that can speak on a global space, but you've not started speaking. Do you understand now? The world needs a global nurse that will help people. The world needs a global researcher, but you've not even started doing anything. Bring one or two things together, reinvent yourself. Don't say, hey, this is how I was created to be. No one was created to be fixed at a particular point. So reinvent yourself. Reinventing is like bringing one or two things into yourself to become a better individual. Do you understand now? The world is in need. It's always in need. Don't say, there are no jobs. It's because you've not made yourself up to the criteria that they need. They need people, but not at this state. So reinventing is putting yourself up together, putting things together to make yourself a better human being. So that is prioritization, and it is also self-care. So when you are living your normal life, remember, schedule time for reinventing. Oh, what can I do to become a better person? What can I do to become a global person? We are not created to be locally made for global manifestation, right? So I've taken a lot of time. Sorry. Another how we can go on challenges of transitioning is purpose and meaning. Everyone has been created with a specific purpose. Yes, we are created with specific purpose, and my purpose is not your purpose, and your purpose can never become my purpose. So I know that it's name that we have comparison, which is a steal of joy, it's a kill joy, and you say, oh, this person is doing this, I want to do this, why am I not like this? Is because we are all part of the system. We are all part of what God wants to be. Some may be the head, some may be the eyes, some may be the ear, some may be the legs. The legs cannot see and the mouth cannot walk. So we have different functions, all to become a person that will meet for the purpose of God's creation for the whole earth. So don't compare yourself to another person. So we are created with definite and specific purpose. So how can we find purpose and meaning? Understand purpose. What is purpose in itself? This is what I was created for. A jug was supposed to bring water, and a cup is supposed to what? Bring the cup to my mouth. You cannot carry jug now and put it to your mouth. People are like, oh, what was that? Understand now? That is the purpose. I have a ring light here now. I have a system here now. The purpose of the system is to allow me see you guys, or you guys see me, to be able to present my slides, to be able to talk to you. And this ring light is for, the purpose is to shine on my face, to be able to make my face more beautiful for you guys to see. That is purpose. Do you understand now? So you will now pray to God. You sit down in yourself and you say, oh, I think this is what I like better. This is what I can do. I think this is my purpose. Finding direction. Don't say, oh, I found my direction. No one ever. Don't say no one ever. But it is not a straight path. It is not a straight path. Don't say I was born and I already know my direction. Fine, there are some people that they can know their direction and all, but still in that direction, there are ups and downs. It is usually normally not straight. It is part of finding purpose. Another part is explore interest. As I've said, if it is painting, if it is, don't just sit down. I can do 2 or 3 things now, and I'm not still waiting. I can still do. I'm planning to reinvent myself. I'm planning to becoming better every day. So don't say, oh, I don't think I can do business. I don't think I. If it is your interest, explore it. Oh, I don't think I can draw that much. Start practicing, explore it. Oh, I think I can write few 2 lines of poems that would make sense. Write it. The world is waiting for you. Another thing is finding purpose and meaning. How can you find purpose if you do not volunteer, if you do not do community service, if you know they're looking for people that will help you, are sitting back, you say, it's not for me. Volunteer. When you do those things, you'll be able to, oh, I think I like this thing. I think my heart is going to this place. That's how you find purpose. It is not going to come down and be written on the wall for you that, oh, this is your purpose. Of God can show you, but you have to explore interest to see what you can do, what more you can become. Another in the line of finding purpose and meaning, goal setting. Goal setting. Now you found purpose and meaning. For that purpose and meaning to come to fruition, you have to set SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, time-bound goals. Don't just set goals. I want to become the president of the country. Is that even possible? What are the steps? There are ladders, there are pathways to getting. If it is student representative committee in your department, start with that. If it is in your workplace, you're looking for someone that will represent the team, start from that place. Then from there, you can go on a global scale. You make goals that are smart, they are specific, they are measurable, it can be achieved. You start one brick over the other. Don't rush yourself. It's a journey. Do you understand? Mental health or physical health does not just happen over a day. It is a journey. So when you see people that their mental health is poor, when you talk to them, sometimes they're looking at you, they know when to say no, they know their boundaries, they know their limits, they know their ability, they know how to cope with stress. They did not just come down from heaven with it. They built this. They built this, so you can build that too, because life is not fair. Life is not going to take it easy on anybody. So we are trying to fortify ourselves with this knowledge tonight. So another thing under finding purpose and meaning is continuous learning. Don't become an island of knowledge. Like this Life Beyond conference, day 2 now, day 1, go back to it and check it. Take your jotter, take your pen, go through it, continuous learning. It's part of reinventing yourself. And I have a goal that at least I must read a medical diagnosis a day and like know about it. Do you understand? When I was in school that I started my YouTube channel, it helped me because I was always reading. I want to speak on this thing today or tomorrow. I want to read on it. And by the time they were asked in class, they'll say, who knows it? I'll be able to say 1 or 2 things about it. Or even amongst my colleagues or friends, they'll just be like, how did I know that? Because I was reading. You have to commit yourself strategic times of learning. Strategic times of learning. That's STL. Abi, you can have that. Strategic times of continuous learning. I know this word has prioritized more on social media, but you can use that social media to also get 1 or 2 things. Sorry, I'm taking time, but I want us to get the best of this conference. So when and how to seek help. How can you seek help? Because part of what we said is that physical health and mental health, they are almost the same. So when you are sick in your physical body, you know when to, oh, I'm having fever. Do you understand now? Let me go to the hospital. Let me see what they will say. Do you understand? The same for mental health. When you see that these triggers that I'm having, is going beyond. My thermometer of my mental thermometer is already reading 45 instead of maybe 36.5. So when coping strategies that I've mentioned are not working, those are the cardinal signs. Cardinal signs are when those symptoms, they linger. You begin to have low mood for a longer period, for like 5 days, 6 days. People ask you what's going on. You say, I just want to be alone, because Nosmo said we should know when to say no and be set boundaries. No, that one is not normal. You understand now? Know when the symptoms linger. You are anxious for a longer time. The thought of marriage, who to marry, the thought of how many children am I going to give birth. It's lingering. Do you understand? The symptoms are lingering for a while. This is when you are to seek help. When you cannot sleep, you have sleepless nights. Do you understand? And you've tried coping mechanism, deep breathing exercise. You are eating, you are not eating well. Everything is just, this is when to seek help. This is when to seek help. Coping strategies are no longer working. So seek help. Then how can we seek help? Identify when to call on professionals. I'm a nurse. I have friends that are doctors. I have friends that are physiotherapists. I have friends of friends or friends of that are counselors. So counselors are trained for this. You are in safe hands. Don't shield back. Don't say, they will know my story. They will know that I was like this when I was small. They will know. They will know. Be open. Seek help with counselors. We have counselors in schools, at workplaces, in the hospital. Be free with them. Go meet, walk up to them. Don't shield yourself away. It is part of self-care. Part of loving yourself is knowing when you are sick and when you are to seek help. Whoever feels tired or feel feverish and stays at home, even if you want to stay at home, your mom or your parents will drag you from your bed and take you to the hospital. The same for mental health. When you are feeling these symptoms lingering for a while, drag yourself and go to a counselor. Drag yourself and go to the hospital. So community health services. We now have mental health in primary health care centers, hospitals. So we have counselors, we have psychiatrists, we have behavioral therapists, psychologists. I mentioned that we have psychoeducators, people that can talk to you and you feel better. So you see that you are missing on a lot if you don't go to the hospital. Trusted adults. Some of us, we've had our own fair share of people that we thought they are trusted. We told them one or two things, but they went back to snake on us, or they told people our story. I'm sorry people hurt you, but you're still trusted individuals. Just like your parents. I know your parents will never mean bad or evil to you. Be open to them. There are some trusted friends. They're like covenant sisters. Like, they will help you. So know when to know them. Like me now, I don't jump at anybody to call them friends, or I will first study you, because friendship really means a lot to me. It means I can share my life, my burden, what I'm feeling. So I know when to say that this is my friend, and I can really reach out to that friend and speak to them. So trusted adults, show that parents, mentors, and disciplers, we have them. You have your parents, they are readily available. Mentors, reach out to them. Disciples, people that are over you, reach out to them. Don't battle in silence. Mental health is as physical health. It is very important. So we are almost coming to the end of this webinar, this session, and the key take home for me, to you, is mental health is just like any other health. What did I say? Mental health is just like any other health. Anyone can maintain health and anyone can fall sick. So it means that I can be off today and the next moment I can be in the hospital, or anybody can be in the hospital and they will say, oh, she came down with typhoid or malaria. That's how life is. And people be like, I saw her bubbling all around and she was all fine and good. Mental health is just like that. The triggers might have been for a while and we're just shielding them. The stressors, the anxiety, the sleepless night, not feeding well, they are the signs and symptoms, but you bottle them in. So it is up and down. It can be anytime. Another point is start small, then be progressive. Learn to say no. I still can't say no to everybody. Although I say I'm a mental health advocate, but I'm still trying. I'm still on that journey, because I still feel hurt when I tell you that, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot make this. I'll still be thinking about, this person helped me in the past. Help yourself now. You understand? So start small. Learn how to say no. The small things. Take time. I've told you, self-care is saying no. Self-care is developing strategic time for rest, for eating well, go on a date, personal date, sleep well. Do you understand now? Then be progressive. You go higher and just like this staircase, like this image, you progress. Then another thing is patient with yourself. It is a journey. Don't beat yourself up. Don't say, I must reach this place by next month. Oh, I must be self-aware next month. Next week, I must reinvent myself. Next month, build yourself. Be patient with yourself. It is a journey, step-by-step process. The scam is already seeing me. She wants to tell me the time is up. I will not allow her. So I have 3 more points. Invest in community. I'm seeking to build community with people that are strategic, that they know what they want and how to get it, people that are passionate about what they want. Invest in community, specific community that are meant for yourself. Do you understand now? Speak, okay, invest in community and speak to individuals. Don't bottle it up. That's why we have community. Reach out to those people in your community, your friends, speak to them. And the last one is prioritize your mental health. In quotes, your mental health, my mental health, your mental health, not our mental health. Don't prioritize other people's mental health over your own. Don't prioritize what other people will think of you. Don't be an overthinker. You think, oh, what are they thinking about me? Is my hair nice? Is my head? Oh, am I dressing well? Don't overthink. Some people, you even later ask them, say, oh, about your dress, I didn't even see it. I don't even. So don't overthink. Do you understand? Prioritize your own mental health because it is an investment. Do you know what how investment is? You get return on investment, ROI. Do you understand? Such is mental health. You get return on investment when you build your mental health, when you build resilience, when you build when you build your boundaries, when you are self-aware, when you know how to prioritize. Do you understand? So I want to say thank you again. Thanks for listening, and let's connect on social media everywhere at your_favorite nurse. I'm so glad to be part of this Life Beyond School Conference 2025, and I know that you've learned 1 or 2 things. So please, I will be around waiting for your questions in the chat box. Please let me know your comments. Thank you for having me, Noskemi Omalain. I still remain Nosbada Kiroda Motsurayo. Have a great evening. Bye.
Amazing session. Thank you so much, Nurse Badaki. I have to come and show my face because if we allow her, we will not go home tonight. That's why I said all you might be seeing is a beautiful face. Behind that beautiful face, there are lots of, a huge well of wisdom and knowledge. Thank you so much, Nurse Badakin, for that amazing session. Thank you for that insightful session as well. And I learned a whole lot as well. And I hope that everyone listening took home not just one thing, because it was a whole lot. And I said before she came up that this is a phase where most people can get affected, your mental health as well, because there can be a lot of pressure from home, from society, even from you yourself. But thank God she did justice to that particular topic. And I implore you to go back, listen to the recording so that you can learn. All right. So does anyone have any question for us, Badaki? Any question before the second speaker comes up? Is there any question for Nos Badaki? Any question? Anything you would love to ask about mental health, or maybe how to deal with a particular issue, or maybe you're currently going through a particular phase of life and you just feel like you need someone to enlighten you more, you on how to do better, how to handle that situation. We'll be expecting the comments in the comment section. Thank you so much once again, Nos Badaki. Don't forget to follow her and look her up on Instagram. Your favorite nurse. Yeah, your favorite nurse. Thank you so much. We are grateful. Moving on to the second speaker for tonight, my humble self. I didn't want to introduce myself because I feel like I'm the one coming up, but I think I see how to do this. The Live Beyond School Conference has been insightful and has been amazing as well. And tonight we round it off with the final session on building resilience and overcoming challenges. And Nurse Omolenyi Oluwakemi would come up to speak in that's me. That's me still coming up to speak. All right, thank you so much. So I will talk about building resilience and overcoming challenges in life. And I picked this topic because I really believe that for you to become excellent, and I'll also talk about excellence, for you to become excellent, it's not just come to you because my name is Kemi, or because your name is Righteous, or because your name is Oli. Right? There are different challenges on the path of success. There are different challenges even in your career path, in the financial path, any path you find yourself. So you see, God never promised us a life full of roses. You would have the roses, but in between the roses, before the roses, after the roses, there will be times whereby things are just very somehow. So it's important that you are able to build resilience and navigate those areas of your life as well. Now, let me start by saying Nobody was born resilient. Okay? No human being you see today who might seem strong, fierce, rigid, no human being was born fierce. Everybody cultivated the skill and attitude. So you might see someone today that is, so strong. It looks like nothing weighs them down, nothing brings them down. They were not born that way. These are skills, attitude that everybody can cultivate. So it is dependent on you to cultivate resilience, to build yourself up and tell yourself, you know what, I want to be strong. I want to know how to do this and do that. And there are different strategies, or should I say, there are different things that you can do to become resilient. Because beyond the words I speak tonight, there are practical actions that you can do to ensure that you become resilient. Now, let me project my slide so that everyone can see the slide as well. The first thing I'll talk about is building resilience, overcoming challenges, how to be excellent, and impacting your word. But one thing I see is I don't see the comments coming in, so I don't want to feel alone. Can anyone still hear me? Is anyone still here with me? Can anyone still hear me? I'd love to see your comments. I know that people are still listening to me. The first thing I'll talk about is building resilience. Now, like I said earlier, that there will be different phases in your life. I promise you that life is full of ups and downs. There are times it's up, there are times it's down. And funny thing is, when you hear what you are going through, it is small, shall I say, compared to what someone else might be dealing with or going through at that particular period in time. And that's why one thing I don't like people doing is wearing your problems. Come on, say, I will not wear my problems. I don't like when people wear their problems, because there are people that are really going through things, but I love that they come out still looking strong. And that's why I said everybody can build this habit of being resilient, of being strong, and everything starts from you. You must be intentional. Come on, say, I'm intentional about my life. You must be intentional, because nobody is telling you that in this phase of your life you will not go through things. I know people, I've had stories of people that said maybe they got job after 3 years of staying at home. Tell me, how would they have coped? Now you finish university with a good grade, a good degree, and then you still have to sit at home for almost 3 years of your life before you could start working. Now there'll be family pressure, there'll be societal pressure, there'll be pressure within you yourself, because now you are feeling, oh my God, my mates have gone ahead, my mates have moved on, I'm nowhere. All these things are practical and they actually happen. But now, how can you overcome them? The first thing is to break it down. Break down your problems. Now, when all the problems are just in your head, it might look too big. Break it down. And one thing I want you to know as well is there will be different problems for different phase of life. Well, I was in school, while maybe if you're a student here, being a student, your major problem is how to pass exams. You must have B, you must have A, your CGPA must be first class or second class upper, how to get money for food. That is your major thing that you are facing right now. So out of school is another thing entirely. I have to do my internship, I have to get placement, I have to go for service, I have to start getting money. After internship or service, there's another problem again. So in reality, there will never be a time where there is nothing going on in your life. Take it or leave it. There would never be a time where there is nothing going on in your life. And that's why I said, don't focus on the problem. Most people focus on the problem and they eventually drown in that problem. Don't focus on the problem. Focus on the way forward. Focus on the solution. What can I do? Okay, admitted there is a problem, but what can I do to ensure that this problem, becomes something I can pass through and overcome as well? The first thing is to break it down. Whatever it is you are going through, break it down. I still don't see the comments coming in. I want to believe that maybe it's a network issue. But if you are on and you can hear me, can you please say something so I know that you are still with me? So break down your problems. Problems sound harsh, but break down whatever it is that is going on with you. The second point is to cultivate a growth mindset. Many people have a limited mindset. That's why you're always defeated by whatever it is you are going through. That's why you come out wearing your problems. That's why you come out looking moody, because many people let whatever it is overcome them. It's important that you have a growth mindset. Now, a growth mindset is saying, I'm open to changing. I'm open to change. I'm open to new things that comes my way, not just a fixed mindset. And listen to me, in life, you must not just have a fixed mindset. You must have a growth mindset. At every point in time, there are things that are changing, so you must also be able to align and grow and change with it as well. Thank you so much, mommy. You must be able to grow with it as well. So cultivate a growth mindset for every phase of your life. Coming out of school, what you might have in your head is, oh, when I come out of school, how many of us here, right from secondary school, you say, I'll finish secondary school by 16, by 20, I'm married, 21. It might not happen that way. Have a growth mindset that things might not be the way you have actually thought about it or processed it in your head. The third point is to focus on what you can control. I think females are the president general of this particular point. Most times we focus on things we can't control. Now, some people are still caught up trying to focus. Some people are still caught up trying to work on things that happened 2022. Have you ever been in the shower before and suddenly there's just a flashback of what happened 2022? You're like, oh, I should have done it this way. I should have done it that way. Many people still try to focus on things that they cannot control. I tell you tonight, focus on things. There are some things that you cannot just control. There are things that just happen. Let's talk about maybe employment and different things. There's some things that just happens. So you see, focus on what you can control. Now, there's some things that you can control, such as having good grades, such as maybe deciding when to get married. Those ones you can control. But there are some things that you don't beat yourself on because you just cannot control it. The fourth point is develop problem-solving skills. Instead of running away from your problems, face it head-on. Face the problems head-on. Face the challenges head-on. Okay, this is what is going on with me right now. Don't say, let me sleep. Listen, I know many people try to use let me sleep and wake up as a coping mechanism, but I tell you, when you sleep and wake up, that problem is still there. Face your problems head on. Think of solutions. Develop problem-solving skills, because the more you solve problems, the more you are able to become resilient. So today there was a major thing that you had to do. You solved it. You got it done. It took you time. It took you tears. It took you resources. You solved it. The next day or the next week, something else comes up, and then you say, oh, I've been here before. You solve it. So the more you solve problems, the more you become strong, the more you become resilient. So instead of running away, oh my God, let me tell you about myself. I used to be a crybaby. I will cry at every slight inconvenience. It's tears that comes next, because I just really feel like I don't deserve to go through all these things I'm going through, But after crying, the problem still is there. Is there. And then I come to the reality of, oh, I still have to do this and I still have to do that. So develop problem-solving skills. Be fierce, be bold, be strong, learn to think. I tell people, learn to think. Learn to think. Learn to solve things that are going on in your life. Learn to solve things that might seem difficult. Face your fears and take action. Don't run from your fears. Don't run from whatever is going on with you. Don't say, I want to just take a vacation for now. I'll be back later. Don't run from it. Face your fears and take action. Learn from experience. When people say, experience is the greatest master. Is the experience they say something is the greatest master, like maybe when something happens to you. But if something happens to you and you don't learn from it, that is not an experience yet, because you must learn from every experience that you go through. And the last point is set realistic goals. You and I know that some things are not, you see, sometimes human beings put themselves in challenges. Imagine you borrow money, maybe you borrow 1 million naira and you are earning 10,000 naira monthly. And then you tell the person you borrowed money from that by 5 months, you return it. Now, that is a major challenge in your life. Because for you to be earning 10,000 naira, how do you want to return 1 million naira in 5 or 7 months? I mean, how do you want to do it? And now it becomes a major challenge. Then you start to wear your problems. You start to say, oh, I need to get the money. Then you are moody, you are sad. Because this one, you intend just some challenges that human beings intentionally throw themselves into and say, you know what, challenges, take me. They throw themselves into it. But at the same time, it's very important that you set realistic goals. By this time, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that, this is what I want to do. One thing I don't want you to do as an individual is comparing yourself with people. You know how people say, Emma wo ojo agwala go sare. Don't do that. You are not Kemi. I am not you. And you will never be me. And I can never be you. So you see, what works for me might not work for you. What works for me might not work for you. So set realistic goals based on your own life pattern, based on your vision, don't set goals based on people. Because listen, people will always be people. People are, shall I say, they are fluid. Someone you set this goal for might not be here tomorrow. The person might even leave you. But set realistic goals based on your own standard. Know what you want and then go for it. But I promise you, as long as you are in this world, there will be challenges, there will be things that are going on, there will be things that you need to solve, things that you just need to process in your head. All these things happen. But it's important that you know how to overcome them. And that's why I listed the 7 points. You break down the problem, you cultivate a growth mindset, focus on what you can control, develop problem-solving skills, face your fears and take action, learn from experience, and set realistic goals. Let me bring up the next slide. Building resilience. Like I said, resilience is, or shall I say, the ability to bounce back after going through something. The ability to bounce back, coming strong and undefeated, means you built resilience. Now you might hear people's story and then they just tell you this thing happened to me 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Those kind of people, they've been through it and they've been able to come out strong and better. Now there is nothing that wants to come again and they will not be strong to face head on, because they're like, we've been here before. And I'm not saying people should pray for challenges. I'm just saying when challenges come, don't run from them. Face it head on. And from there, you become strong, because at every point in life, or should I say in life generally, there will be things that would come. So how can you build resilience? Nurture strong relationship. Be friends with people that are strong. If all the people that you have in your circle are people that cry with you, oh my God. If everybody you have around you are people that cry with you, as you are crying, they're crying, there's already a major problem. So you will not know who wants to console wool, right? You will not know who wants to console wool, right? So as you are crying, this person is crying. As you are telling them your problem, they're also crying with you. At that point, it's who wants to console me, because I'm trying to tell you. Oh, okay. Because at this point, I'm trying to tell you things that I'm going through, things that are passing through me, and then you are crying with me. Who wants to be strong for another? So not just strong relationships. Ensure that you have people that are strong, people that are very strong in your circle, people that when you discuss with them, you come out feeling strong, you come out feeling strengthened, you come out feeling this person is for me. It's easy for me to talk to this person. This person is also very strong. My point is, don't just be friends with cry baby. I used to cry. So imagine in my face of crying, all those that are surround me to are crying people. I will not move forward, because instead of me to become strong, I just keep getting dragged back into that path of being emotional. Don't get me wrong, emotions are important, but emotions are fickle. So just try to nurture strong relationships and strong friendship. Prioritize self-care. Hello, prioritize self-care. Know when to stop. Take care of yourself. You first. When you prioritize yourself, Nurse Badakin mentioned something earlier, that know when to say no. Prioritize self-care. Know yourself. Now, the only reason, or should I say, the only way you prioritize self-care is when you love yourself. So I say love yourself. So you'll be able to put yourself first. I put myself first. Even if you have people that you love, still prioritize self-care. Know when you don't want to be online. Know when you don't feel like talking. Know when you don't feel like chatting. So when you don't feel like talking and someone calls you, you can send a message. Can I call you back later? That's prioritizing self-care. When someone says, can we hang out? And you just feel like, I don't want to, can we hang out later? That's prioritizing self-care. Take enough rest. Sleep. If you want to take a stroll, take a stroll. If you have the money to take yourself out, take yourself out. If you don't have the money, wait till you have the money. But prioritize self-care and develop emotional intelligence. This one is very, 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 very important. And somehow I think this applies more to women, because somehow I have an issue with women. You hear me mention them a lot. Sometimes women are too emotional. But you must develop emotional intelligence. Know when to stop. Know when to put yourself first. Know when to do things. Know when to say some things. Know when to speak. There are sometimes that you are meant to say something, but then you don't say it, because you're just like, if I say it might cause trouble, let me just let it be. But some people still want to cause trouble, and you are at a point in your life when you don't want to cause trouble, and then someone comes and says, today we'll scatter the ground, and you're just like, okay, And they're looking at you like, why is okay your next response? Because at that point, you just know you don't want to have anything to do with fighting. But I say to everybody, develop emotional intelligence, right? Know when your emotions are trying to speak. And there are some situations that maybe you might be so emotional. And if you act based on your emotion, you might scatter the ground. Just walk away. Be emotionally intelligent. Know when to stop. Know when to take a break. Know when to speak. Know when to not speak. And know what to say. I tell people, if someone is going through something and you are there to support them emotionally, know what to say. Imagine someone going through a particular phase, or maybe someone just told you something happened, and then you go over to visit, and you're visiting and talking, then you keep on blaming the person. You are not being emotionally intelligent. So everybody must become emotionally intelligent. Find a sense of purpose. This is so important. Now listen to me. Purpose is progressive. It means what you were doing last year might not be what you are doing this year. Because at every point in life, people grow. And as you grow, so so has your purpose, comes in different dimensions and different expressions. Maybe last year you love to speak. Next year you might love to write. Next 2 years you might love to sing. Next 5 years you might feel like, okay, I just want to be taking care of maybe like a global, maybe children globally. Find a sense of purpose. Find what makes you happy. Find what makes you feel satisfied. Me as a person, one thing that makes me feel satisfied, happy, like that I think that I can't get tired of doing is talking. Not like talking, but it's like speaking. It's like speaking to people. It's like hosting shows, engaging people in conversations. That is something I love to do personally. And that gives me a sense of purpose. So in my talking, I feel confident. It makes me feel like, oh, I'm doing something that makes me happy. So as an adult or as an individual, find your sense of purpose. What is that one thing or two things or three things or four things that you do that makes you happy? Is it drawing people? Is it conversation? Is it running? Find something that makes you happy. Find your sense of purpose. It's very important. And so when you are in your line of purpose, you are not jealous or envious or confused or looking at someone else again, because at that point you are contented with what you have, because you are telling yourself, I'm on my own path of purpose. We say that the sky is big for everyone to fly, and I sincerely believe that. If 5 people are doing what you are doing and you are still doing yours because you find happiness in it, go on and keep on doing it. But when you find what people are doing as a threat to what you are doing, it means you are not working in your purpose then. Because when you are in your purpose, no matter what people are doing or no matter what people do not do, you will not be affected, because you just feel okay with yourself. You are at peace with yourself. You are at ease with yourself. So I don't want people to hold back. And I don't, because we are adults, right? We are human beings. It's normal. Sometimes it comes on when you just feel like, oh, maybe this person is doing well than me. But I tell you, when you understand what your purpose is and you walk in the light of that purpose and you keep up with it and you are doing what makes you happy, be happy. Because not everybody would be on the same level in life. Am I speaking tonight? Not everybody would be on the same level. And there are times that your purpose gets you to higher levels. That's fine, good for you. And there are times that someone else's purpose gets them to higher levels. That's fine, good for them. Be happy for everyone, but find your own purpose, find your sense of purpose, and stick with it. The 5th point is cultivate self-awareness. I can't say this enough. Know yourself. Know yourself. Know what makes you happy. Know what makes you sad. Know what makes you feel disconnected. Know what makes you feel, lovely. Know what makes you feel valued. Know all these things. Maybe when someone compliments you, it makes you feel happy, right? So you should know that when someone says, oh, you look very beautiful, then you just know that you smile. Or maybe when you sleep, you feel very happy. Some people love to sleep. I love to sleep. Maybe when you eat, you feel happy. Maybe when you drum, you feel happy. Cultivate self-awareness, because when you know yourself, it's easier for people not to, shall I say, bring different things towards you. If someone comes to me now and say, you know what, we want to go to a nightclub, will I go? No. Is it because I don't want to go? No. Is it because I want to go? No. It's not just in my line of person, because I know myself. So it's not in my line of person. So cultivate self. Don't be too accessible. Don't be too fluid. Don't just let anything meet you unprepared, unaware. Anyone can just bring anything to your doorstep. Don't be a dumping ground. Don't be a dumping ground. Don't let anyone just come to you and just dump different things on you because you don't know yourself. Now, when you know yourself, there'll be barriers. I mean, when you know yourself, there'll be what is it called? There'll be restrictions as well. Because people know, oh, I can't do this kind of thing to her. She's not this kind of person. I can't speak to her this way. She's this kind of person. So develop or cultivate self-aware. You see, I'm raising my voice now because I'm pained. Most things that happen is because people don't even know themselves. Cultivate self-awareness. I am Kemi. I'm a child of God. I love to sleep. I love to dance. I love to eat. I don't like when people talk. Do you understand? Know who you are. From knowing who you are, it helps you to go through life undefeated. It helps you to go through life victorious as well. Because this is my kind of person. This is what I love to do. This is what I would not tolerate. This is what I would never accept. This is what I would never say. That when someone says, Kemi did this, you will say, it's a lie. Kemi can never do it. Become self-aware. Know who you are. When you become self-aware, it will help you to pick your kind of friends. I can't work with everybody. I'm not proud. But if you are not my kind of person, I cannot work with you. That's because I know myself. Now, when you tell me to work with people that probably maybe do things that are not right according to me, I can't, because that's not my kind of person. And I'm able to detect that I can't because I know myself. So cultivate, and I think I should give out, I don't want to say assignment, but then assignment to everybody, right? So write 5 things that makes you happy, and in your own words, write out who you are or who you think you are, and things that make you happy. Then seek professional help when needed. I promise you, there are times, and that's why God didn't create us in isolation, right? God said the solitary in families. Everybody has family here. You have your mom, dad, or maybe you have like a family that you can always reach out to. Seek help when needed. This path of life can never be done alone, and that's why God didn't create us to journey through life alone. Even when God created Adam and Eve, even if there were no other human beings there were animals there with them, but they were just never alone. So God equipped us to be alone. So ensure that you have people you can relate with, people you can talk to, people that are just there for you. Life becomes easier when you have people you can always bank on, people you can depend on as well. And the next slide talks about how to be excellent. This is a very important part. How to be excellent. Let me give you the definition of excellence that I have. I wrote it down in my notes, and I just want to read it out to you because somebody said that, and I just really feel like it makes sense. There are times you try to convince people that I'm excellent, but let me tell you tonight, you don't have to convince anyone that you're excellent. Excellence is translated in your actions. So I would know if you're excellent by what you are doing. I would know if you're excellent by who you are. So you don't have to convince me, I'm very excellent. Oh my God, have you seen me? My third name is excellence. Excellence should be written all over you. It is seen in your actions, in how you carry yourself, in how you speak, in what you do. So everybody can be excellent, but everybody needs to put in the work to become excellent. Everybody needs to put in the work to become excellent. I wish I could just say to everybody, go and be excellent. I wish, but that way a simple way to be to being excellent, but that will not happen because excellence excellence is dependent on the actions that you do. So someone can come and tell you, I'm a child of God, I'm excellent, but I'm not seeing that excellence in your life. So excellence is orchestrated in your mind, translated in your words, and demonstrated in your life. Excellence is orchestrated in your mind, translated in your words, and demonstrated in your life. It means if you want to convince me that you're excellent, I should be able to see it in your life. An excellent life speaks volume. An excellent person speaks volume. An excellent, you see, there are some people that we cannot deny their excellence pattern anymore because it's all over them. You see them, all you see is excellence. You see them, oh, this person is so excellent. You see their posts, you see their lives. This person screams excellence. How can you become excellent? The first thing is values and standard. I cannot say this enough. Values, what are your values? Honesty, discipline, loyalty. What are your values? And let me put out another work to be done. Write out your 5 key values. What are your values? What helps you to, should I say, go through life? What are your values? Because when you don't define your values, people will define it for you. If you don't define your values, people will define it for you. Values and standards. Raise your standard so high. You know, when someone is telling you, oh, are you not just starting? Why is your standard so high? Raise your tell them, Kemi said, raise your standard so high. Raise your standard. If you don't raise your standard, people will raise it for you. You see, I want you to understand that in life, whatever you do not enforce, people will enforce it for you. If you don't enforce maybe loyalty, if you don't enforce something in your life, people will enforce. In fact, now they can enforce the wrong thing for you, because something is always influencing you in life. It can be social media, it can be one person, it can be your parents, it can be your family. People will always influence. So if you don't enforce and stand on what you want for your life, people will stand on different things and give you different things to stand on. So raise your standard so high. You are a painter, you are a photographer, you are a video editor, content creator. Raise your standard so high. Now, for your standard to be high, it means that you yourself, you are doing things that are also propelling you in the right way. Raise your standard high, even if you don't have everything yet. Yeah. You know, even if you don't have everything yet, let your standards still be high. So that when people see you, they can say, oh no, this person does not play with their work. Oh, this person is so good. So don't say, I've not reached the professional stage yet, so I don't want to do too much. Do too much. Do too much. Raise your standards. Let people find it hard to bring you down. Oh God, how else can I put that? Let people find it hard to bring you down, because now they've seen your values, they've seen what you have to offer, they've seen. Every great person today started small. And the reason why people would always refer people to people is because they've seen what you have to do, because they've seen your values, they've seen your standard. I say to you today, raise your standard high. Honor men. And because whenever we honor men, we also honor God through men. So honor men. Don't say, I don't want to be doing follow after maybe your boss. Follow them. As long as your boss is not a bad influence. Be known. Be in people's face. Follow them. Now your boss is coming in with load and you are at work, and then you see your boss coming in and say, I don't want to stand up, so it's not big like I'm bringing myself down. Where have you reached? I said your boss is coming in and you know that it's a normal thing to, even if you don't want to, genuinely, you have to. Don't say, oh, boss, let me get, these things are part of honoring people. Now, when you honor men and they know that this person is very honorable, it's easier for them to work with you. Now, there's a big difference between honoring people and people riding you. When it turns to people looking down, riding you, know when to stop. But honor men. You can honor men with your words. Boss, you look good today. People take note of these things. People take notes. You might think that nobody is watching, nobody is seeing. People take notes. They say, oh, there's this one boy that used to greet me at the entrance. There's this one girl that used to tell me well done. People take note of those things. Honor men. The third point is discipline. Discipline is doing what you have to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline yourself. You have work to do, and then you are sleeping, and you are postponing the work to, I'll do the work later. Oh, next tomorrow. That's just you being undisciplined or indisciplined, because you have work to do. Open your eyes and do the work. Let me give you a practical example of that. I recently just concluded a presentation in my workplace, and this presentation took sleep from my eyes. I promise you, I was sleeping around past 4, past 3, sometimes past 5, because I stayed awake to work on the slide. I stayed awake to read. I read textbook. I watched videos on YouTube. Now, somebody can say it's just presentation. I didn't take it that way. To me, it was more than that, because every time I get to speak, I feel like I'm sharing a piece of myself to the world. So every time I come up to speak, I feel like people want to hear what I have to say. People are looking up to me. Oh, how is she going to talk? What is she going to say? She's going to speak well. I cannot afford to to lower my standard. I told you now, raise your standard. When you raise your standard, you will also work toward the standard that you have raised. And I told myself, you know what? I'll see my people sleeping. I'm like, sleep. Well, you always sleep later. Will I not sleep now? Because I'm done. You will always sleep later, but discipline yourself to do. One way that you can become excellent is through discipline. It might be hard. I promise you, it's not always going to be easy. It might be hard, but discipline yourself. Keep on pushing, keep on moving, but stay disciplined. I have to run as time has gone. Stay disciplined. Then the fourth point is personal growth. Very important. Personal growth. You cannot be at the level you want to be without growing personally. Take courses, read books, invest in classes, read books. So you want to be that excellent. Now let me ask a question. How many people here tonight want to be in the board of amazing people, excellent people, people that are doing well, people that are on the right path, they are doing well, their life is blossoming? You want to be with the big people. You cannot get to that place without personal growth. Now you might have to shed off some things in your life. Maybe it's the way you talk. You might have to take classes on public speaking. You might have to take classes on maybe demonstration, practical things that you need to do. Read books, develop yourself, how to dress, how to speak, how to approach people, how to be confident, how to be bold. You might have to go through classes. But my point is, for you to become excellent, you need to develop yourself. Because the current you, now let me ask this question. Can this current you sit in the board of global people? Let me answer for myself. I'm not sure yet. Not because I cannot, but see, there are some skills, there are some principles, there are some habits that you need to build for you to be that global and excellent person. So personal growth is a non-negotiable when it comes to being excellent in your career, in your life. And don't forget that I said excellence speaks volume. Then the fifth point is consistency. Stay consistent. You might see what you are doing as very little. Last year, at the end of last year, I did something. I had to compile, do a statistic of all the videos that I did in 2024, and I found out that, oh, really? So all these my videos that I was doing, short clips, post one day, post the other week, it amounted to something. It was looking small to me, but to an extent, I was like, oh, I didn't know that I have done so much like this. Be consistent. Place a premium on your life as well. You are your greatest investment. Be consistent. Be consistent. Pardon me. If there is something that you are doing, show up. Left to me, I'm speaking from my heart tonight. I don't like when people are just so casual about whatever they do. Take your life seriously. Take anything you do seriously. If it's food content or food making you are doing, be consistent with it. If you feel like it's that food that gives you a sense of purpose or makes you happy, go on, keep doing it, keep showing up. But by all means, remain consistent. I love to sit down with great people, and they will tell you, some will tell you, oh, I started creating content since 2010. And they came into the limelight maybe 2020. That's 10 years of hard work. Now someone sees you and say, it blow. Nigerians can be, oh, that boy just blow now, But that boy has been working consistently for the past 10 years. Nothing is just blow. If you just blow, you go back to blowing. I tell you, because if you don't have the practical skills to maintain that recognition, people fade. I don't want to say fade, but it's like your existence will not really be meaningful, because now people knew you as maybe someone that is a singer, and then you sing for 1 year, we don't see you again. That's why I'm telling you that don't be quick to maybe jump. Don't be quick to jump on maybe overnight. Let's just do it very quick and move on. Develop yourself, build skills, take classes, develop your mind. As long as your mind is developed, it's easier for you to work in life. So there is no overnight success. Stay with it. Come on, say, I'll go through my process. Go through your process. Stay with it. Then the next point is give your 100%. Give 100%. See, when people entrust you with their business, with their life, with maybe a small assignment, overdo. Don't say, "Oh, I don't want to look like I'm doing too much." Do too much. Do too much. Don't say, "I don't want to look like, oh, I'm just doing too much." Sometimes I feel like we downplay ourselves. I feel like we individuals, we bring ourselves it's as if you water down your. Personally, I don't like when people water down my efforts. So I would never water down myself. But people like to, when someone gives you an assignment, do it. And then you start to say, I'm not I didn't want to do too much, so it's not like I'm doing too much. Do too much. That's how they even single you out. Maybe you're in a group of people, and then they ask questions, then you answer, and then you start to say, people are looking like, look at me, I am good, I know how to do it. You to go and learn. You must learn to be unapologetically you. You to go and learn. So when someone gives you an assignment or entrusts something into your hands, give it your 100%. Overdo. Do too well. Do too good. That's how people recommend you. Oh, that girl, oh, I trust her. She's so amazing. She's so excellent. Let her do this. That's how people trust you. So give your 100%. And the last point is expect feedback. Expect feedback. When you do things, expect people to, or genuinely ask people, what do you think about what I just did? When I wanted to present, I came to my one of my colleagues' room, and then I said, let me present in front of you. So I asked, I said, what do you think I should work on? Now, if you don't have people that you can face, you can record a video and just watch yourself again. And I asked, what do you think I can improve on? What's one thing you think I can do and work on to become better as well? Expect sometimes constructive feedback, constructive criticism is very important for your work. Now, maybe you bake cake and that cake is very hard. Now, because your friends are scared, if I talk Kemi, she might not talk to me again. They might not tell you because what you've told them is, don't tell me and I don't want to know, or I don't care. But expect feedback. Ask people, oh, how do you think my services are? Or how do you think I relate with people? How do you think I talk? How do you think do you understand? Let people give you feedback. So that way you would learn how, especially if you are in business, expect feedback from people. Ask people, how do you think our services are? How can we get better? If you are someone that loves to make videos like me, record yourself on a on your camera, watch it again, go and tell people, you know what, today I want to speak, help me. Did I speak too fast? Did I speak too slow? Was my English bad? Do you understand? Expect feedback, because I see it as all that you are doing is not for now. Don't have a myopic view about life. All that you are doing is not for now, it's for the future. So the skills you are building, the courses you are taking, the books you are reading is for I don't see things as I'm doing it for 1 year. It's for the future. So I want you to see it as all that you are doing right now is for the future you, not for the you that is the you now. The you now we still get part of it, but the you that will benefit more is the future you. So see it as you are depositing into your future. Take your life serious. Sometimes I am pained that we are children of God, and listen, there is no limit in God. But somehow I feel like we as individuals, we limit ourselves. Now, when you ask people, oh, do you want to be, do I say global? They might say, I'm scared though. Being global comes with sins. Being global don't come with... Do you want to be global? Do you want to be known? Do you want to be out there? Do you want to be excellent? What is your answer? Just say yes or no. Just yes or no. Because for me, I want to be excellent. I want to be good at whatever it is that I do. Right? And now somebody will see me and say, is it not you can talk more? You can. I'm not stopping at that. I watch YouTube videos, I read books, things that ensure that I become a better speaker. So what field or what field of study are you in right now? Work on yourself. And I want you to be, if that is what gives you a sense of purpose, work on yourself and be part of the top people in that field. I feel like for many years we have overplayed, we have downplayed. God in us makes all the difference. We've done what is wrong. One of my colleagues mentioned something that women becoming minister of health or nurses becoming minister of health. And I'm like, for real, why can't nurses become minister of health? But you see, all these things is actually a result of your mindset. So no small thinking. Don't limit yourself. Don't downplay yourself. Don't water down your effort. Don't water down your, speak high of yourself. And you know what? One thing that I've been planning to do and I will do is I'll start posting on my social media. I'm available for speaking engagements. Book me, right? Book me. You know, maybe you want me to come and teach somewhere, teach on that place. Let me come, just invite me. I'll come and speak. Because in the continuous speaking, that's how I'll build myself as well. So throw yourself out there. Available for Instagram posts, social manager, social media manager, available for video content, creating, editing. Post yourself out there. Be excellent. And when people recognize your value, they will never downplay you. There are some people that when you invite them to your house now, if they tell you your money now 1 million, no, you can never drag it with them, because you say, see that this person, that 1 million, they deserve it. So don't let people be second guessing you that, oh, maybe they want to invite someone. I'm not sure that girl can do it. That girl is not good. Oh my, I don't like that kind of situation. Raise your standard, build yourself so high that if people find it hard to bring you down, don't be average. Being average is not God's plan for your life. God wants you to be excellent. God wants you to prosper. God wants you to do well. God wants you to be known as well. So if you are here and you know God has been giving you certain things that you have to do, remember, God will give you things to do, but before you can get to that level, you have work to do by developing yourself, by working on yourself as well. And I hope that you've learned something tonight as well as we begin to round off the session. I believe I just spoke from my heart and I spoke from whatever it is that is heavy in my heart, because I want to see young people doing well. I want to see children of God dominating every phase of life, every career path, business path, whatever path. I want to see believers dominating. Now you will hear the richest person is this, is that, is that. It's because sometimes we have used spirituality to downplay our emotional intelligence, what we can do. Don't do that. You're a child of God. Stand tall, work on yourself, develop yourself, and give it your very best as well. And I hope that you've learned something tonight on how to overcome challenges, build resilience, and how to be excellent. You are amazing. And I just want to say that to anyone that is listening to me tonight. You are amazing. God didn't create you for you to be small. God didn't create you for you to shrink. I think I should take that down because it's just coming. God didn't create you for you to be small. God didn't create you for you to shrink. God created you to dominate and have relevance here on earth. So I want you to work on it. Go back. Think about everything. What is that one thing I've been trying to do that I've not done in years? Oh my God. Start working on it. What is that one thing that gives me a sense of purpose? What is that one thing that makes me happy? What's that one thing I can never get tired of? What's that one thing I always want to do? What's that one thing that makes me excited? What's that one thing that keeps me on my feet? Think about it and begin to work on it. And begin to work on it. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening tonight. I just feel like I just expressed myself and poured out a piece of myself. Remember, I said whenever I have to speak, I love to do it excellently. Well, so I prepare myself. I had a very long day, but this is me still say I must speak. That's part of the process. And that's how I also build resilience, by showing up even when it's not comfortable, not running. I could have said, you know what, I'll have busy days, I don't want to show up. But that's part of building resilience and and doing, or should I say, and being strong as well. Irregardless of whatever you go through, you show up. You don't wear your problems on your face and make it look like something going on. You show up. And I hope that all that has been discussed tonight will help someone. And I pray for you that you will see yourself the way God sees you. You would rise up into the fullness of all that God has called you to be, and you begin to walk in your God-given potentials. I pray for you that your voice will be heard all over the world, in the name of Jesus. Thank you for joining tonight, and we hope you learned something. We'll post on Instagram as well and on the WhatsApp group, so you can have the recording of tonight's session and that of yesterday's session. Thank you so much for joining us in the Live Beyond School Conference. I myself have learned. I've had a lot since yesterday, from the session on career and personal and professional development, financial literacy, mental health and well-being, to the final session tonight. It has been mind-blowing, amazing. And before I go, I wrote a book. If you read my bio, I said I wrote a book. So, and this book is free. All you have to do is get the link, go to Seller and read. And this book was inspired by God Himself. Was inspired by God Himself. The year I turned 24. And this book is amazing for every young adult. Right? It talks about your health, talking about knowing who you are, your potentials, never stop learning, enjoy the journey, and it's very amazing. And if you want a copy of this book, please just send hi to me on WhatsApp, and I will send the link to you, so you can download the book, access it, enjoy it, and work on it as well. Thank you so much. If you are yet to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Health Talk with Kemi, ensure you subscribe so you can have premium content whenever we upload a new video. Thank you for being here. God bless you. We love that you go back to the WhatsApp group or Facebook or wherever you got this thing from and tell us what you learned. Okay, let me ask the question now. What did you learn tonight, and what would you do with what you've learned? What did you learn, and what will you do with what you've learned tonight? Thank you so much, everyone. Love you. Until we meet you or see you again another amazing time. That's next month by God's grace. So happy new month in advance, because the next session will be next month. Till we meet again next month, I want you to bask in the knowledge of all that you've heard. Prioritize yourself, take care of yourself. Most importantly, stand up for yourself. Be excellent. Work on yourself. Go and take those classes that you've been eyeing. Go and take them. Invest in those courses. Read books. Let your mind be hot. Let your mind be developing. Let your mind be growing, and just focus on yourself. You'll be glad you did. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you so much. Mwah, mwah. Love you, and thank you for being here. I didn't get comments anymore, but I want to just believe that comments are coming, and it's me not just getting them. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night, and have an amazing day at church tomorrow. And for those that will be home, enjoy the rest of the week. God bless you. See you. Health Talk with Kemi, a global platform for empowering men and women about their health and helping them to make informed health decisions and choices as well. And we are committed to ensuring that we bring the best to you on this channel. So don't forget to subscribe, share, and keep referring us. And like I said, I'm open for speaking engagement. God bless you. Have an amazing night rest. Bye. Bye, everyone.